Good morning, everyone. This is Brad Matheny. Today is the 5th of July. This is the continuation of the Plan Your Trade videos. Good morning. Hope everyone had a great 4th of July. We had a wonderful day out here in California with barbecues and just relaxing. It's nice and warm out here. So we're going to get right back into it. So after a brief holiday here on the 4th, which was an inside breakaway pattern. Now remember, when we get a holiday or a weekend, I typically believe these inside breakaway patterns or these non trading days play out as psychologically important patterns. So understand that yesterday we had an inside breakaway in trending mode, which would lead to a momentum rally, which would lead to a gap up lower this weekend, which would lead to a top on Sunday in trending mode, which would lead to a flat down in Monday, and then a momentum rally again on Tuesday. So Tuesday's momentum rally might be very similar to what we have today in a momentum rally, but because we have this inside breakaway and we have this momentum rally taking place today, meaning this was yesterday's holiday trading action, what I'm kind of looking for over here on the data. Remember, this is my expectation. I'll get rid of these, do them again so we can take a good solid look at this. Okay, I got a lot of data in there. So I'm expecting a pretty good gap up open here. Maybe into the 552 area, maybe a little higher, 552.50, 552.60, maybe is what I'm expecting. Then I'm expecting a pretty solid rally phase, maybe up into the 555, 556 area, possibly higher on very strong data moving into earnings. Remember, we're very early into Q2 earnings right now. I mean, very early. The real bulk of the earnings won't take place until around the 12th or so, until the end of the month, July, and then a bit further. So we have a long way to go. When you really think about this, my longer term analysis shows that we're going to be seeing quite a bit of upward trending, moving up into this 572 area, very likely, and then moving eventually up into this 606 area, which is all out here on the longer term chart. But right now, we're just dealing with this. And then next week, I'm going to start this plan your trade cycle thing all over again. We're going to see if I can do it again. Can I call the next 2 weeks out accurately, predicting what's going to happen? But as of right now, I'm going to tell you, go back down here to a 30-minute, I guess. And what we're going to do is we are going to plan today. I am expecting the breakaway to have taken place yesterday in a prompting of an upward price trend. You can see this was my expectations last Wednesday. Now we're going to come in here. We'll draw on a different color. And I'm going to tell you that I'm expecting price to open somewhere in this area, 552, 552.60, move up aggressively in the morning, possibly up into this area, maybe even a little higher, and then stall out through the end of the day, maybe pushing into a bit of a squeeze. So, this is what I am expecting on this momentum rally. Now, remember, this is the end of the day. So I've really drawn this out a little too far. Let me try it again. We roughly have the start, the rally, the consolidation, and the end of the day. That's a little more accurate. So if we were to look at this and I were to change this color to give it a little bit better definition here, sometimes I wish I could get brighter, lighter colors. There we go. Especially with all the painting that goes on in my chart. So we're really looking at, this momentum to continue. And that's where we want to kind of look at this from a standpoint of, you can draw a line kind of like this, or you can draw a line kind of like this. I'm kind of looking for that momentum to continue in an upward trend. And that's very likely what's going to happen within these blue lines here, possibly within these light blue lines here, but definitely staying above this channel that took place over here today. And I think it's going to probably see a move very quickly after data with a gap up opening, meaning this will be our gap basically from here to here, roughly giving you an idea that price will probably open in the 552.50 to 552.60 range. Probably have very little resistance at this point, squeezing the shorts considerably and moving upward. And I really do believe this is a strong likelihood. Now, as a downside move, again, if you were to be cautious of a breakdown, which we always have to be aware of the opposite side of the trend. Remember, I'm still looking at this area here. Anything below this lower red channel as a breakdown area. And remember, we have to move our Fibonacci level up, which moves our critical support level up to here. And we have real critical support right in this area, which is 548. So that seems like a long way away, but understand that price could move into this channel, anywhere into this area here, and still be technically in an uptrend. So as long as we stay above this area, which is related to Fibonacci price theory, teaching us that price is always seeking a new higher, higher, higher low. In this particular case, as long as we're up in this upper quadrant above the 382 to 50 area here, then we are still technically seeking higher highs. We're in a longer term or intermediate term uptrend. We get below this level and start to move downward. Well, now we're taking out more recent lows. We're building downward momentum. And now there's a very strong likelihood we could come down, try to take out these lows in this area, setting up a new breakdown area. I don't think that's likely to happen over the next 5, 10, 15 days, simply because of historically Q2 earnings have prompted a fairly solid upward trend. Okay, so there's my expectation today. We'll see how it plays out. QQQs will be very similar. QQQs will likely, and there's my move here. I don't recall what was going on here. Oh, possibly a pullback at the end of the day. But you can see how we've rallied beyond my expectations. And now we have this momentum rally taking place over here. So we're already beyond what looks like my expectation here of the momentum rally. So I would have to extend the rally phase again, likely into a breakaway period here, moving higher, as I mentioned, stalling a bit, and then consolidating upward. And that moves this entire bar up here. Okay. It moves this entire bar up into this range. Even though I was originally putting it down here, we've now rallied beyond my expectations. So be aware that I would have to move this entire thing up into this area, giving us an expectation of a 495, 75 or higher close, possibly 498 to the upside. Very solid upward trending right now, guys. Historically, the SPY and the QQQ, well, the SPY should rally or should have rallied between roughly July 1st and July, call it 8th to 10th, should have rallied between 4.5 and 6.5 percentage points higher. And that's what we're looking at right now. Good, solid rally phase. So be aware. I think we're going to be looking at no major pullback here. I don't think we're going to be seeing any substantial pullback today. And if it is, I bet you it's short lived. And it's probably going to represent a gap up higher today, maybe up into this area, leaving a nice, clean little opening price gap. We have a lot of news coming out at 8:30 Eastern time. So understand that we're looking at a good solid gap right here. Okay. possibly then extending higher all the way up. This is what I expect to see happen today. And it could be a very solid rally with very few pullbacks. Okay, got some comments yesterday about my Bitcoin uh, analysis. Real quickly, come over here and take a look at it. I highlighted the fact that, in fact, it's going to be back probably over here on my daily, maybe here. Hold on. Yeah, here it is. So I highlighted the fact yesterday that I thought Bitcoin would find support above 5,700 right in this area, and try to mount a rally through this apexing pattern that you can see right here, this red line here and this red line here. The way I envision it is price would become a bit more volatile through here, may, and I highlighted this, may come down and retest these channels. We have to watch to see if it's really moving below this area. It got below it earlier this morning, but it's recovering back. And now we're looking at the potential for kind of a washout period, as I kind of highlighted over here. This is the real washout period here, because you have the A, B, C, D here. Normally during an E, we could get a washout period. This could be volatility playing out, but I'm really watching this to see if this holds. If this holds down here in this 5,700 level, go back to a 30-minute, you can see where we're at here. If this holds in this deeper low area and resumes trading back up into this area or higher, the 5,700 area or higher, I think this is a perfect washout low pattern, flushing out long, setting up shorts, almost like a bear trap, setting up shorts, thinking that, this is it. It's broken down. And then all of a sudden it'll roll back up. It'll flush out the shorts. The shorts will end up getting squeezed. And I think we could see this move quite a bit higher. Again, come back over here, back into this range again, consolidating, maybe setting up another flag, kind of like this, possibly off of this low, and setting up some sort of a deep low, coming back up, flagging, and then moving to the upside again. So I think this is a very solid move to wash out this volatility in price. As long as we can see a decent recovery here, it's going to be very dependent on the ability for price to stay away from this low. We really, at this point, do not want to see it get much lower. We want to see this washout take place. You understand, this is the daily chart. And we do not want to see this low become threatened. This is my support area here, the red area. This yellow line goes back to price channeling that took place way back over here. I want you to be aware that this is a very solid support channel. We may end up seeing some sort of a flag formation like I drew right here, and that could play out efficiently as a new price flagging setup. In the meantime, what we got to do is we got to watch this low to determine if we're going to see support at this level. So we're at 55, 219 right now. We are keep active. Come back here. We are actively looking for price to set up a flag above this support level, find some support, washing out the shorts, and eventually squeezing them back to the upside, back into this apexing area here, which will drive further consolidation before a big breakout. So let's see how this happens. Sorry about all of my drawings. I can probably get rid of a bunch of these. Watch the other video. Still got to keep some of these in place. But really, that's where we're at, guys. This is the deep washout low that occurs near an apex as price gets very volatile. This is essentially a sell-off trapping the shorts, trapping the longs initially, setting up a bear trap, potentially flagging out, and then breaking back to the upside. We'll see how it plays out. Okay, it's really important to see this support level hold. We got to see this hold right now. Okay, guys, that's it. We will talk to you later. Bye.